I'm David, and this is my girl Kylie. Join us as we explore pet-friendly adventures, getaways, and eateries all over the USA. Pets Welcome Here is coming right up. This episode of Pets Welcome Here is brought to you by Nature's Advantage, Halo Elevate, Natural Balance, and Rockster Superfood. On this episode of Pets Welcome Here, we journey from the pet-friendly trails, rivers, and urban adventures in Atlanta, Georgia, up to the historic triangle of Williamsburg, Virginia, where pets and pet parents are welcome to explore America's colonial beginnings. Let's begin this episode in the heart of the American South. Atlanta, Georgia is often called a city in a forest, and for good reason. Mixed within the highways and skyscrapers are thousands of acres of green space and pet-friendly parks and trails that are a true gem for anyone looking for an adventure, or two, with their furry friend. So I connected with Atlanta local Laura, who introduced me to Kylie at the Chattahoochee National Recreation Area.
CRNRA was established as a unit of the National Park System in 1978, and the main push behind establishing it and setting it aside as a national park was to be a buffer for development that was encroaching on the Chattahoochee River, and basically turn this park into 20% of the metro Atlanta area's public green space. We like to call it the lungs of the city. Cochran Shoals, I would say, is probably the unit that has it all, and it's our most visited part of the park. Here alone, we receive over 600,000 visitors a year. So it's everything from these nice wide walking trails along the river to mountain biking trails in the uplands, and then some pedestrian-only trails that go through wetlands and just all sorts of beautiful environments.
Dogs have to go to the bathroom sometimes,
Yep.
And there are certain rules when it comes to that.
It's actually been listed by the EPA as a major contaminant, and thanks to our friends at the Chattahoochee National Park Conservancy, we have designated dog waste receptacles at all of our trailheads. I think it's just phenomenal that we have a national park in the backyard of Metro Atlanta, and come explore and see why this was set aside as part of the national park system.
After enjoying the trails of the Chattahoochee's Cochran Shoals, we crossed the river to Powers Island, where I brought my own seaworthy vessel for the three of us to load up and enjoy a nice drift along the Hooch. And I must say, Kylie looked quite cozy in her life jacket, sitting up front, taking in the cool river air. You do feel that cool breeze along the river that you and your dog can
Natural
take in.
AC, for sure.
There are over 400 parks and trails all around the metro Atlanta area where you can hike and play with your dog or just have a snack. You want one too, Kylie? Refueled and ready for more, Kylie took us from the river to the city to explore a few pet-friendly hotspots. The first is quite well known historically, but not necessarily known as a pet-friendly option. The Martin Luther King Jr. Historic Site actually allows visitors to bring their four-legged friends. While only service dogs are allowed inside the building, you and your pet are allowed to explore the grounds, stop and smell the roses, and even visit Ebenezer Baptist Church, where MLK Jr. and his father would hold ministry. And not far from this site is one of the many access points to the pet-friendly Atlanta Beltline. This impressive rails-to-trail project is a 22-mile loop around inner-city Atlanta with pet-friendly restaurants and shops all along the way, a popular spot for locals and travelers alike. This pet tip is brought to you by Rockster, the only certified bio-organic superfood to rock your dog's world. How many pet foods out there are certified as a bio-organic superfood? Well, before you start looking up labels, here's a pet tip. This is the first and only certified bio-organic superfood for dogs in the world. And they provide 100% transparency of every single ingredient, not some, but all, even down to which part of the animal is included. Each recipe is cooked fresh, raw, in the can at low temperatures for the highest nutrient and antioxidant levels. This recipe contains only bio-organic meat, nutrient-rich vital inner organs, and bio-organic superfoods. No antibiotics, no growth hormones, no chemicals, and no pesticides. You can feed alone or mix to boost the nutrition of your dog's current food. Want one more? Okay. A super dog deserves super food. Right, Kylie? Good girl. This pet tip was brought to you by Rockster, the only certified bio-organic superfood to rock your dog's world. From the Atlanta Beltline, we journeyed a few miles to the Summerhill neighborhood in Atlanta, where we met our next friendly canine host. Introducing Fernando L. Bear, the famous Great Pyrenees of the ATL.
We wanted to have a restaurant and we wanted Fernando involved in it, but we're worried if we called it Fernando's, it might sound like an Italian restaurant or something like that, so we just went with Little Bear instead, because everyone says he kind of looks like a little bear.
And when people would see him without even knowing his name, would say, oh, he looks like a little bear. So we kind of went with it. We were like, that sounds like a cool restaurant. Loves people, very lazy, but very sweet.
You see Fernando's influence pretty much everywhere, from the branding, illustration of him on the menus. We have the etchings carved into the table. He doesn't do any of the work as much as he probably would tell you otherwise. He leaves it to us, but he helps bring people through the door in his own way. Our menu is very much influenced by the season. We source everything locally. It is very much Southern, but we have a lot of Szechuan influence. There's the international culture of the city, and I think that's kind of what our food is like also.
Finding a hotel where dogs the likes of Big Fernando are welcome isn't easy, but boy did he set us up. Because this boutique hotel invites you to bring your furry, feathery, or scaly family member along with you. And if your pet fits through the door, they'll welcome them in.
The hotel was originally built in 1956, and it was an apartment building, and we just completely renovated it and changed it to a hotel, and it opened just in February of 2021. We want pets to come.
Well, we put that to the test. We brought as big a dog as we could find. Tell me about some of the amenities when the dog walks in. What do they get?
We have treats at the front desk that we offer to all of our pets. And then when we go up to the guest rooms, we have beds for the dogs, dog bowls, and really cool toys. We have an area by the pool that they can join. And then we also have Fetch, which is very close to us, that the dogs can go out and have some fun.
Just a short walk from the Sylvan Hotel lies the trailblazing off-leash dog park and bar concept that is now spreading all over the country.
Our first location was in the Old Fourth Ward neighborhood of Atlanta, and when I first started that, there was nothing like it. I couldn't compare it to something in California, to something in New York. So I heard no from 86 banks. I had to privately fund the whole thing. Every bank was the same thing. Hey, I love this concept, but where are you getting your numbers from? You're standing in our third park. We've got 4 more that are in construction, and then we're rolling out franchising.
Fetch is growing as a business, but it's not about packing as many dogs in as possible. Pet safety is number one.
Every dog coming in, not only is the owner signing a liability waiver saying their dog is friendly and social, but all dogs have to be current on vaccinations, and there are no exceptions. And the final is all dogs over 8 months have to be spayed or neutered. And all of that is to ensure that when you come in here, you can truly relax, hang out, and feel comfortable that your dog's going to be safe.
Let's say you love dogs. You miss an old dog you used to have and just want that happiness at the end of your workday.
Yeah, so the park is free for humans. It's membership based for dogs. Maybe you travel a lot for work, you just don't have time for a dog. Come grab a drink here, pet some dogs, get a little serotonin boost.
So the membership is for the dogs,
Yes.
not the people.
Exactly.
Very cool. And that's a wrap for now for this city in a forest. Atlanta, Georgia shines with Southern hospitality, welcoming pets of all kinds, big and small. This pet tip is brought to you by Natural Balance Limited Ingredient Pet Foods to support your pet's whole body health. Natural Balance, limited ingredients, unlimited nutrition. If you're like most people, you want your pet's food to have everything he needs and nothing he doesn't. So here's a pet tip. Now, while some pet foods make that claim, this one has been around for over 30 years, providing proven, limited ingredient pet foods with complete, balanced nutrition to support your pet's whole body health, including heart, bones and teeth, immune system, joints, skin and coat, and digestion. A variety of limited ingredient options for all breeds, including those with sensitivities, makes everyday feeding easy. Made with authentic recipes and cooked with premium, real ingredients you recognize and trust. High five? Yeah, you liked that, didn't you? Good boy. This pet tip was brought to you by Natural Balance Limited Ingredient Pet Foods to support your pet's whole body health. Natural Balance, limited ingredients, unlimited nutrition. I'm David, and I'm here with my friends General George Washington. and the Marquis de Lafayette, and of course, Finley. Join us as we explore Williamsburg and the rest of Virginia's historic triangle. We begin this canine colonial tour in colonial Williamsburg, a city that was the capital of England's oldest, largest, and most populous North American mainland colony. We are here on Duke of Gloucester Street, also known as Dog Street. Get it? Duke of Gloucester. This is a stretch of road going from William and Mary College all the way down to the old state capitol that President Franklin Delano Roosevelt called the most historic street in America. You ready to see this, buddy? Let's go. Though pets are not allowed in the buildings, they are welcome to roam the grounds. And it was here where we met a couple of special pups, Elsa and Finley, and their furry friends, who led us through the various pet-friendly destinations throughout this historic town. And from here, there's so much more to see, or sense. You see, as the sun starts to set, the inhabitants of Williamsburg Past become a part of the city's story.
We are a pet-friendly company, although I will warn you dogs, the last stop can be a little rough for you guys, depending on how you are with spirits. But we'll see what happens. Come this way.
With a great storyteller at the helm, the Williamsburg Ghost Tours offer a few different stories from the norm. Some about the former human inhabitants of this historic city, and some ghostly tales of the hounds.
At the height of that storm, a bolt of lightning strikes the top of this obelisk. And when that lightning hit it, that skull appeared on it. Just for you dogs in the group, below the skull, on the left, a lot of people see a dog, which makes perfect sense. Tucker owned a pack of wolfhounds.
Our next stop was in the heart of town, just outside of the historic district, an adorable, happening bar, boutique, and pet-based bakery known as the Corner Barkery.
We opened up the Hound's Tail 7 years ago. It's a dog-themed English pub bistro restaurant here in Williamsburg. When this spot opened up, we thought this would be perfect to make an extension, the Corner Barkery, that you can bring your dogs inside with you, eat and drink, and we have a great outdoor patio here to sit out and have lunch and dinner.
During the summer, we put out a puppy pool. We also have a cornhole board outside. The snacks we have for dogs are unlimited. We do some cute little puppy popsicles during the summertime and a little charcuterie board. So we have a little doggy menu for our furry friends.
Yeah, and we've been talking a few minutes and I haven't even mentioned the basket full of puppies y'all are holding.
Yes.
So from cuteness galore at every corner of the Barkery and Hound's Tail, we stroll right down the street to meet a Williamsburg chef who is whipping up amazing dishes for people and pets alike.
We call it serious comfort food. It's a French-American bistro. We take the cooking part of it very seriously, you know, long reductions, sauces, things like that.
And Chef had a few surprises for a couple of lucky pups, something he is willing to whip up for any visiting pet who wants to chow down on the Blue Talon patio.
We thought, well, why don't we just make something for the dog, which is better for the dog than eating very rich food.
Chef David prepared everything in there. Le beef, le chicken, and le veggies. What do you go for? What do you go for? Chicken. Piper is a chicken eater. Barley, you want to try one of these? See if Barley likes it. Yeah, this isn't gonna last very long. Do you like Chef David? So Chef has two new friends of the Blue Talon, 3 if you count me. And from there, our next stop was one of Williamsburg's most pet-friendly accommodation options. And this place literally has it all for you and your pup when it comes to adventures, comfort, and amenities.
We want to go above and beyond for their pets. It's an extension of your family. People love to travel over the summer with their family. At check-in, they do get doggy treats, they get dog bed, they get their bowls, and they get a little comforter, a little goodie bag when they arrive. We have almost 3,000 acres that they can roam around, so we have different loops throughout the community. People jog all the time. We do have a beach, and we welcome the pets, and they can definitely roam down there.
This pet tip is brought to you by Halo Elevate. Natural nutrition backed by science. What pet parent wouldn't want to elevate their dog's health? Finding great nutrition can be hard and confusing, so here's a pet tip. Many pet foods are healthy, but this one delivers leading nutrient levels to support your dog's top 5 health needs. including digestive health, heart and immunity support, healthy skin and coat, and hip and joint support. And it's freeze-dried raw coated for a great taste. Finding the right nutrition for your dog isn't so hard after all. This pet tip was brought to you by Halo Elevate, natural nutrition backed by science. From historic Williamsburg, we head to Jamestown. Founded in 1707, Jamestown became the first permanent English settlement in North America, and as Sir Brewster will tell you, this is an important part of American history that is being preserved for future generations to remember.
We've recovered well over 3 million artifacts from a site that up until 28 years ago was believed to have eroded into the river. The thing that we enjoy most is when our guests come out with their dogs.
You can walk through the fort site here, experience the location. There's a cafe in which we have a veranda, and they have water for the dogs.
You see, Finley and Elsa aren't the first dogs to roam these grounds. In fact, it's been discovered that dogs were quite present in the days of Jamestown past.
Just recently, we found out that our dogs that have been excavated here are native. They're indigenous dogs. Dogs played a huge role in the settlement here.
And as much as people and their pets enjoy experiencing these historic grounds, there's also a happening spot to enjoy some of Jamestown's more recent establishments. So I've heard of Jamestown, I've heard of Yorktown, I've heard of Williamsburg, but I don't know about Billsburg.
So Billsburg is our play on William. So, yep. It was originally designed to be a place where the community could come, gather together, meet friends, family, and make new friends and family. And so obviously part of that is our dog community, our cat community. We actually have people who've come in with their iguanas on leashes and come out and had a reptile day. So you get your history in the morning, you rehydrate here in the afternoon, and you're ready for the night.
People get hungry, you got a little pug buddy around the corner.
That's it, the hungry pug. Yeah, Professor Wesley is their spokesperson.
Wow, Professor.
Yes, very intelligent dog.
Professor Wesley, we adopted Professor Wesley from Pugs You Can Save. He's kind of our mascot for the whole thing. Yep. We've got even a dessert we call the Puggy Nuggies.
I see kind of a cheese theme
yes.
here.
Yeah.
The cheesier the better.
I got a brewery right here. I have a food truck right here with everything under the sun that's cheesy.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Professor
Wesley. Yes.
This pet tip is brought to you by Nature's Advantage. Grain-free, limited ingredient freeze-dried dog food made from natural beef, turkey, or chicken with fresh fruits and vegetables. Do you feed grain-free? With so many different choices out there, finding the right grain-free recipe can get complicated. So, here's a pet tip. Many pet parents agree, keep it simple, with limited natural ingredients with no grains, no fillers, and nothing artificial. So, what's in this bag? Only premium American-raised turkey, fresh fruits and vegetables, vitamins and minerals. Freeze-dried raw to seal in maximum nutrition and flavor. Complete and balanced for shiny coats, bright teeth, and strong muscles. And it comes in 2 sizes so you can feed at home or on the go. Oh, you like that, don't you? This pet tip was brought to you by Nature's Advantage. Grain-free, limited ingredient freeze-dried dog food made from natural beef, turkey, or chicken with fresh fruits and vegetables. There are so many great pet-friendly dining options here in Williamsburg, and today I've chosen mine and brought a little special treat for my host, Professor Wesley. Here you go, buddy. Ooh, you like that. Before leaving historic Jamestown, we knew there was one more spot to see.
We have 19 parks in James City County, and all of our parks are dog-friendly. This is Jamestown Beach Event Park. We ask that you have them on a leash, but then you can walk them down to the water's edge and take them off the leash and let them swim. You can rent kayaks while you're here. There's also a company in James City County that will teach you and your dog to do stand-up paddleboarding.
So you learn all about paddleboarding, all about the equipment, safety on the water.
And if paddleboards weren't enough, how about an icy little parkside doggy treat? After another great night's sleep at Kings Mill, we woke up bright and early for the next town along Virginia's historic triangle.
We are located in Colonial National Historical Park here in historic Yorktown, and they own many buildings that are still here from before the Revolutionary War, and this is one of them. It's called the Cole Diggs House. It's from 1726, and we have our active coffee roastery and petite cafe right here inside. We love Yorktown because it's a great way to actually enjoy colonial America but still have your pet with you. So you can walk up and down Main Street, you can walk down at the waterfront, you can visit the national park with your furry friend, you can sit in our yard, or you can just order from the front window and keep walking along.
I love how they come to the front window, our buddy Finley.
Yes.
Started popping up.
And if the window's closed, all you have to just knock. Yeah.
I love that. We knew there was one more place to visit that has a huge heart for local pets, visiting pets, and furry friends who are just in need of a home.
We cater for nutrition, for supplements, but we also have all the fun things, collars, toys, treats. We have a self-serve dog wash and do a lot with our community here. There are several dogs here that are available for adoption from our local Heritage Humane Society.
A big part of our mission is caring for animals that are homeless and finding good homes for them. One thing that they do monthly is we have something called Second Saturdays at Nautical Dog. They a lot of times will do some type of promotion to help the pets at our shelter. So it's been a wonderful partnership.
So from the historic streets, shops, eateries, and homes of Williamsburg, Jamestown, and Yorktown, Virginia, to the southern rivers, trails, and super cool dog parks of Atlanta, Georgia, pets and pet lovers alike are all welcome here.